First time in 7 years I slept all night because I have your device and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I think it's almost those so simple and those so basic principles that we went out and said, who are the franchise owners that are ultimately going to make this successful? So that's kind of the basis. Tian?
Well, Tom, could you repeat a question? I'm an active listener. I thought you were directing.
When you have multiple customers, how do you identify them? What is the process by which you find these customers and identify them and then approach them?
Well, I think that depends on the stage you're in the business. That when you start with a business, that a new business, that in the startup mode, then you're really selling that to the new adopters, okay? And these are the smart people. Actually, they will find you. So what you really need to do is that initially, if you have some solution or a device or product, then you go through the same channel, like get some publicities, trade show. But these people are smart; they will find you. Okay, so actually depends on the stage. So actually, that's in the book I was talking about in the Crossing the Chasm. So and then these early adopters that tends to take the new device, the new technology, and try to use it. But there will be a lot of glitches, a lot of it's a difficult path. But once you get past that, you need to find the majority of the big market, and that's a totally different the dynamics. I don't know if that's a.
This is a question for Jeff. Within the medical devices market and the macro trends and the things that you showed at the beginning of the presentation, I thought that was interesting, but also usually because of the rigors of the FDA with devices and the amount of testing and the whole approval process, that's a huge barrier to entry. It can be extremely capital intensive. So, and I didn't hear any of that in your story.
That's a good point. Well, I try to keep it as brief as possible, but so the expertise that you have to have in order to be successful is core principles about regulatory, quality, manufacturing, engineering, etc. So let me, as a good entrepreneur, flip this around and tell you that what you just said is an opportunity. Okay? So because the barriers are so high, and because if you don't understand how to get through those particular barriers, that's a good thing for me because I'm going to pound you into the earth because I'm going to compete against you. So if I know how to do it and you don't, so who runs regulatory for me? A person who used to work at the FDA being a reviewer. Okay? She happens to be married to the other fellow, Warren Grill. Right. She's terrific. So it's kind of a family affair. And what's interesting to me is, and I don't know if you found this, Tian as well, but what I find is that you need to hire people that are a lot better and smarter than you. If you're challenged by that, if you're saying, I want to be the king on the top of the hill, and anybody who's smarter or better than me, I'm a little, that really turns me off. No. And these individuals, not everybody wants to lead the company, but what you find is these individuals who work hard, and in that original company, Neural Control, Julie and I, this person who is head of regulatory for us and now is still head of regulatory for me, she and I worked, hand in glove. And I think that if you don't know what you're doing, it's a good thing because then it'll allow me to actually, who knows what to do, get it through. FDA processes are just one of the issues, one of the things. FDA is good for all of us. It helps keep us safe. And if you don't know how to put together a safe, efficacious product, then the FDA is not going to allow you on the market. If you can put a safe and efficacious product on the market, you will get it there. Maybe it'll take a little longer, but you'll get it onto the market. So I hope that helped.
Any other questions? Well, if not, join me in thanking Jeff and Tian. Before you each go,
Oh, thank you.
token for you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Okay, the panel discussion starts at 4.